Welcome back, Frugal Friends. Come along if you dare. When we've gotten all of this gifting stuff, like actual gifting supplies, gift wrap, bags, bows, ribbons, when we've gotten all of this organized and sorted, then we will get started on the actual gifts. Yeah, I save so much money by using things that I have found in the dumpsters as gifts. We find so much that's brand new, still in the packages. And those go right up to the gifting station. But again, if I can't get to them, if I can't easily find what I need, especially when my kids often tell me about birthdays like the night before, well, then I'm not going to be able to use them. And we're going to end up having to go to the store for the gifting supplies and the gifts themselves. And that is just counterproductive and not in line with what we're trying to accomplish. And if you are dumpster diving beyond your means to take care of and process and handle and letting it get overwhelming like this and all just a mess and piled up, you are not benefiting your family, your environment, your society. It's not working. And that's where we're at, guys. And that is why I am spending all of this time getting these other things sorted. And at the same time, also working on just regular chores and deep cleaning throughout the house, but with specific energy and purpose. Lots of focus on things related to dumpster diving, to eBay, and stuff like that. Winter is a great time to be doing your different deep cleaning and stuff like that, where you're getting ready to put up holiday decorations, which we really still haven't done because I require a certain amount of deep cleaning to be done before we can do that. And the kids and I, we are working on those projects together, but all of that is interspersed in between the hours that I am spending working on clearing out dumpster finds and organizing dumpster finds, like all this tissue paper. Yeah, 90% of it, at least, if not more, is from the bins. And it's supposed to be in here organized, but I've found so many pieces of it lately that, like I said, have just been in boxes of random things that needed to get up into the attic and get organized. If you don't stay on top of it and put things away right away, this is what happens. It just gets on top of you. As I'm going along, I am also looking here and there through the boxes and totes of things that are those piles of random stuff that I have found and have just stuck up here that need to get organized and sorted. Because as I'm doing that, I'm realizing that there are a bunch of things that need to go into the gifting station. Once I have finished the gifting station and gone through all the gifts, all of that, then we will dig into the random totes that still just need to be gone through and to have their things put where they belong. That will make a big difference, just sorting through those random totes. A big problem with working in such a small space like this and such a precarious place without a real floor is I'm constantly having to move things here and there and back and forth in order to get to the stuff I need to get to and to move it around. Ideally, by moving out, at least half of what is in here, getting rid of half of what is in here. Yes, that is going to be hard, but we are going to do it. That's why I'm taking this time off. By getting rid of at least half of what's in here, then I can go ahead and put in a real floor, a safe floor that is not sitting on top of wires and causing potential fire hazards. Plus, when I need to be organizing and getting to things, it'll be that much easier to organize and to stay on top of it. But if we had kept dumpster diving through this process, there would be that much more stuff that I would have to deal with. And I understand you guys miss seeing us in the bins. I miss it too. I need to reiterate that. I miss it and I want to be out there. But look, just look. It's easy to just sit and watch the dumpster diving and be in the moment and enjoying the excitement of it and not having to think about what happens to all the stuff afterward. If you live in a little tiny house and do not have a storage unit or a warehouse or a big huge shed or garage to process and store things, then this is the situation, and it's not realistic and not wise to just keep bringing more and more in. And I understand that as viewers, you don't really see that part of it. You know, it's not what you're here for, to worry about what's happening to the stuff after it's found in the dumpsters. But I've got to highlight that that is important. That matters. So often we're that way with things that we throw away. We're just like, well, I'm throwing it away. It's out of my mind, it's out of sight. I don't need to worry about it. And I'm not going to worry about where it's going or what's going to happen to it because I don't have to deal with it anymore. And that's something we're trying to fight against and get people to start thinking about what's going to happen to those things that they buy, that they throw away. Let's think about it a little bit. And it holds true with dumpster diving as well. Especially those that are new to dumpster diving, that want to get out there. You have to be able to deal with the stuff too. Otherwise, it will take over your home and your life, and it can ruin your family, and it can ruin you, and it will just overwhelm you, and you will burn out. And there's a very good chance that you'll just rent some big dumpster, and you'll end up loading all of it out there and letting it all go. If we just can get on top of it and stay on top of it, then we will be able to get back out in those dumpsters and dumpster dive responsibly. Now I'm going through several boxes of gifts. As I mentioned, we save a ton of money by buying new or nearly new things still in the packages that are in the bins that we can then utilize as gifts. It is so cool being able to gift this stuff that we found in the dumpsters, and it saves us so much money. But as you can see in here, random things get thrown together in the box and then just left up in the attic. And then when you need them, you can't find them to use them, to gift them, whatever. And they just pile up and they don't get used. And then you buy other stuff and it's a waste. Honestly, this is a lot like dumpster diving, just going through and sorting and sorting and sorting and finding things that I had completely forgotten even existed, which is pretty exciting. You get a little bit of that adrenaline rush that we love getting in the dumpsters, but it's right here in my attic, and I'm getting, I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm getting this job done, but also rediscovering all these fabulous treasures. Honestly, it's pretty exciting for me. I save these shreds, whether they're paper shreds or foil shreds, and just put them in the zippy bags that I reuse and reuse and reuse. And guys, zippy bags, all you gotta do is rinse them out. And if they didn't have food or anything in them, then you don't even need to rinse them out. And they work great for things like this, for getting stuff like gifting supplies, paper shreds, foil shreds, getting those organized. Got that in its bag, and now it's going in the tote with the other shreds. I have another bunch of shreds there, so we'll just have to get those into another bag. And then when I'm doing like a gift basket, or there's a bag or a box, whatever, and I need those shreds, I'll actually be able to find them and the color that I want and be able to use them. Okay, that is a great feeling, getting a tote emptied. 2 totes even. Once you have emptied those totes or boxes, oh my gosh, the feeling of satisfaction, achievement, freedom even, liberation. It is a wonderful feeling. Let's start sorting through all of these gifts. So I've got like party supplies mixed with gifts that are like, there's wedding gifts, like bridal shower gifts, and also gifts for friends and kids and stocking stuffers, all mixed together. They didn't used to be, but when I started dumpster diving every week and just bringing more and more stuff in, then of course the organization went out the window, not entirely, but mostly, and stuff like that. Just, I didn't stay on top of it just because of the volume and the time and energy that it took. And yeah, it just got on top of me. It got to be too much. So now we've got to go in and just clean it out, deep clean, get it back to that, organized way that I had it, so that from here on out, when in like a week or two, hopefully in 1 week, when we're all done with this, we can get back in the bins and start bringing more of it in and then putting it where it belongs right away. Slowly but surely, we are digging away at this, chipping away at this mountain of party supplies and gifting stuff. Oh my goodness, there is so much. There is so much. But we're getting it into the right places. There's a bunch of sparkly stuff. I wouldn't have even known that was in that tote. I had no idea that was there. There's like actual gifts, things for giving away. Oh boy. Oh boy. All of these party supplies. Yeah, they've all just been piled together. And so then when there have been festivities and times of celebration, we didn't even know where they were. Well, now we do, and we're going to have this all sorted out, and when it's time to put crowns on, we are going to know where those crowns are. We've made it to a few more of these like random boxes that have gifts, gifting supplies, random things that like need to be repaired or put back together. That's going to be added to the list too. I'm going to have a repair pile, and some of those will even be things that are gifting. Like I just need to put them back in the package before they can go into the gifting totes. Oh, there's so much. You guys recognizing any of these finds? Especially our longtime viewers. You remember us finding these in the bins? It's exciting stuff and it's awesome stuff. But dang, it is overwhelming when you're going through and organizing all of it. Tell me if you're seeing anything that you recognize and remember us finding in the bins. Look at that. We made it to the drawers. We dug through. Oh, victory. Look at this. We are just moving right along. So these drawers, they've changed purposes throughout the years, but basically it's like party supplies and things for making flower arrangements. There's also been some like emergency supplies in here that really don't belong. So we're gonna sort through. We're gonna put some things away, like these glasses. I'm not thinking this is gonna be a permanent spot because I'm getting too many of these party cups. I think I might have to just start picking out my favorite ones and then recycling the others, or of course offering them out. But the volume, guys, we're just getting so many of them, and we don't party often enough to be using all of these cups and glasses. So, yeah, I could try selling them or just offering them out. But either way, I think this drawer is just not going to be big enough anymore. Although, of course, that inspires me to say, well, that drawer should be your limit. And once it's full, then you should have to go through and get rid of some, whether offering them out, selling, or recycling them. You know what? Yes. Okay. I feel inspired. That's going to be the new rule. Now, this doesn't include like regular tumblers and solo cups. Those go in our picnic supplies with all our disposable dishes down in the basement. But in here, it's just these like fancy, fun party cups. And I know for a fact that just left of this in another tote are a bunch of pink ones of kind of the same thing. So we're going to have to make some tough choices. This drawer has random emergency supplies, all of them salvaged from the bins, including this like crank radio, which is really, really cool. This is not the right place for them in the party station, having my emergency supplies. That does not make any sense. It's just, like I said, the use of these drawers, it's evolved over the years. And I used to have other kinds of things in these drawers where it kind of made sense to have emergency supplies in there. Well, now it makes more sense to have sparkly birthday headbands and crowns and pirate hats in this drawer. And the emergency supplies, they'll have to go somewhere else. I think we're going to have to start having like monthly celebration videos. We've talked about this in the past, doing like unbirthday parties and stuff, because there's just way too much in here, way too much for the birthday supplies. And I've sold and given away tons of birthday stuff. I know you guys are thinking that. Why aren't you selling all that? Why aren't you sharing it? Guys, oh my goodness. I kept maybe 15% of all the birthday stuff and party stuff that I found. So just think about the volume that we bring in. But I think, yeah, I'm going to have to revisit that idea of having like unbirthday parties and stuff like that, because there's just so much. let's be honest, guys, and I promise I am not offended if you agree with me. It's a lot like dumpster diving, re-finding all of these treasures. Oh my goodness, there's so much. Oh, seriously, it's overwhelming. But we're finding the stuff and we are getting it put where it belongs. All right, I am going to sign off for a bit. We're going to take a short break, recharge with some coffee and a little bit of sustenance and just a little bit of rest. And then we'll be back up in there. I'll get going again on this, but I'm not bringing you guys back until I've got the gifting station done and can report on how that has turned out. Thank you so much for coming along. Thank you for the continued support, love, and loyalty from our Frugal Family fanatics that watch everything that we do and that stick with us and are, continuing to be loyal to us during this short little break from actual dumpster diving. You guys, you are the heroes. You are stars. You are wonderful. I love you. I adore you. I appreciate you more than you can possibly know. We'll see you all real soon.